Buenas, hey everybody. Hey, it's Sarah. So first of all, I want you to excuse the background because I'm in my bathroom because I decided to do a get ready with me. I haven't done a get ready with me, I don't think ever, and I haven't done any kind of like makeup related videos in a really long time. So I'm getting ready to go hang out with a friend, so I decided why not just do like a get ready with me. You guys can like see how I've like updatedly kind of done my makeup, because I think the last time I made a makeup video was like when I was doing like GRWM makeup or something. So, you know, kind of see like how I do a kind of quick, I guess, makeup look, if you will. And yeah, we're just gonna do that and hopefully it's okay. Excuse my head wrap, excuse my shower and my like towel racks, but I just figured it would be a fun video and to kind of just chit chat with you guys and talk and show you guys kind of the stuff that I've been using lately and all that. So let's get started. So I recently started using like a different kind of like drugstore foundation. My favorite foundation is the Lancome Teint Idole foundation. I'm in 355, but recently I was kind of looking for like a new drugstore product because Teint Idole is like $47 a bottle, and I am just a regular person, so I don't get them for free, so I have to buy them. And so sometimes I want like an everyday kind of foundation that's just kind of like inexpensive but still holds pretty well. And I've always used like the Fit Me foundation, but recently I went to a drugstore to try and like top up on that and they didn't have it. And so I tried, they only had a couple that were like in my color. And so I saw this one, which is the Rimmel London, oh shit, over here. The Rimmel London Stay Matte Foundation. And I'm in color 502. I bought color 502, and when I tell you this foundation is so good, and I find it so funny because I have not heard anybody like on YouTube or anything talk about it, and I feel like some people are sleeping on like a potentially really bomb foundation. It's got like really great coverage. I get really oily like in my T-zone and like my forehead, my nose, and like right here, and it was keeping me matte, so matte, like all day, and it like made my skin look really good, and it's a really good match, and I'm just like blown away. Like I feel like I've like stumbled upon something like really cool. And yeah, and yeah, so I mean, if you're looking for a really good like matte drugstore foundation, I would definitely give the Rimmel London Stay Matte a chance. Like it's bomb. And then I actually have also been using it with their like primer, which is the Fix and Perfect makeup primer, and it looks like this, and also really bomb. Like I think it works really well together. I've been trying to do like a couple of like my favorite gurus have been saying like they've been trying to just use like the foundation with the primer that goes with it, and so I recently picked up the Lancome like primer. I don't remember what it's called and it's not over here on my counter right now, but the Lancome primer, and I think that it does help Teint Idole like stay, because Teint Idole, it's got like that natural finish or whatever, and sometimes for me it can still get a little like shiny right here, but since I've been using the primer, it's been working a little bit better, I feel like. I mean, maybe it's like all in my head. And similarly with this, like this has been bomb, and I think it might be because I've also been using the primer that it's supposed to be used with, so you know, just me. But yeah, so I already washed my face and moisturized and everything, so now we're just going to put primer on. And before you ask like, oh, are you finna like try and do your makeup with your glasses on? Yeah girl, that's how I usually do my makeup. I'm garbage. I tend to try and do, because I wear glasses, and maybe other people who wear glasses are the same, but I can't obviously, sorry if I'm like looking up, I'm looking in the mirror, but I can't like do a lot of my makeup, like blend it well if I can't see. And if I don't have my glasses on, especially with this mirror in my bathroom, because I live in a really small apartment, so like I don't really have room to have like a vanity and like a, you know, like a whole like setup. So for me it's like I do my makeup in my bathroom, and so I don't really have like a mirror that's like close enough for to like see really close without my glasses, so I have to make do with what I've got. And so usually I'll do most of my makeup without with my glasses on, and kind of like move them around and blend to make sure that I'm like blending properly and stuff. But yeah, just a little bit extra, you know, a little unnecessary information about me. Okay, so just put a little bit of the foundation on my hands, and as you can see, she is dumb thick. Like, it's like a mousse is how they describe it, or like a cream, I guess, but she's super thick, like really, really thick. A little goes a long way. I would probably say like medium full coverage, but yeah. And I'm just taking that on a beauty blender, and I kind of just like dot on my face. You probably hear my dog. She's being very needy today. And then yeah, I'm just gonna blend that on my face. I think it's interesting like how different my makeup application is now, and like how much more like I don't think like I don't know, it's hard to describe. Like, obviously, like, you know, makeup trends change, and like, you know, beauty trends change, and what's in changes like in anything. But I think that it's really interesting like how much like your own personal like makeup application style changes. I think as I've gotten older, I've gotten, I think, a lot better about like learning what actually works on my face, and like what actually complements my face and my face shape, if you will, because I think a lot of times we tend to like try and like, what's the word, like, I think for me, like with my makeup, I've gotten better about making makeup fit me as opposed to like fitting my face into what's popular in makeup, if that makes sense. All right, and then the next step is the handy dandy Laura Mercier powder. I'm gonna set my foundation, even though it's super matte, like I'm not kidding, but just as a precaution and to make it last a little bit better, I am going to use my Laura Mercier loose setting powder in the dark color, the deep version of it. Oh shit, we're spilling. Yeah, and for me, what I do is I pretty much set my entire face with this, like with a damp I was gonna say booty blender, a damp beauty blender. Yeah, I just like to set my entire face with this stuff, and it helps my face last pretty much the entire night, so yeah. But what I was saying earlier was about like how I think my makeup application has changed, in that I've stopped trying to like make my face fit like makeup and do my makeup in a way that fits my face. So I've tried for a while like the whole contouring thing, and I didn't really like it on my face. Like for me, I mean, I could probably stand to contour my face more, or to contour my face. Like I don't really contour, and I don't really do like much concealer. The only time I do concealer, I add concealer is like if I'm like really planning on like stepping out, you know what I mean? But like for the most part, I just kind of like do foundation and like blush and stuff like that, but blush and like highlighter, like powder highlighter, but I'm not one really much for concealer and all that. I have acne prone skin, and I feel like a lot of times like the more product I put on my face, like the more I break out. And yeah, we're not really about that lifestyle. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't done a chit chatty video in a very long time, so I don't really know like what to talk about. I don't know. It just seems weird. Like I would talk about like current events, but that's depressing. I would talk about like dating. I could talk about dating. I think that now, since I am a dating woman. Oh, and speaking of that, I've had a couple people, obviously like not tons, but like a few people like go and like DM me or like send me questions on like my Tumblr, and they'll say like, oh, and then this is the Urban Decay primer potion. She old, I need to get a new one. I'm just, I don't know. These ones, as an FYI, I don't ever buy the big one. I always get the little primer potion, the like little one that they have on the side, like by the like the impulse section, and I always find that that's more than enough primer potion to last me for like months, and that one's only $15. And I just, because A, I don't know if it's really that good for you to be like keeping that huge tube for a super long time, and I found that that's like perfectly enough, and it's like 15 bucks, and yeah, so just a tip, that's what I like to do. I like to use the trial size one, and I put foundation on, I mean eyeshadow on all the time. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. If this is like random, I like all over the place, I'm sorry, but I had a couple of people send me like DMs or like questions, and they were like, are you gonna talk about what happened with you and your ex? Are you gonna talk about like why you two broke up and all that kind of stuff? And the answer is no. I don't know how to describe it. The thing is, it's like I enjoy like sharing my relationship, and I think that the reason that I even have, you know, I mean obviously I don't have, I guess, like tons and tons of subscribers, but I feel like a lot of the reason that I have the subscribers that I do is because of my ex and like our relationship. And I didn't mind having a relationship online necessarily, or visible, I guess, to certain people online, but I just think that like, I don't know, I don't really want to bring negativity onto my channel, if that makes sense. Like making a whole video dedicated to like this like reason why we broke up and like what happened and all that kind of thing. It's like, we've been broken up now for 1.5 years, almost, it'll be 2 years, like the beginning of next month. For me, it's like I'm well beyond and well past and like over that entire thing, and so it seems kind of like silly, or like, I don't know, like it just seems weird to me, like to kind of bring that subject matter and that like energy back into my channel and back into my life, when it's like something I like never think about or talk about, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I think anybody who's like been through a breakup of like a long-term relationship, and like it's like once you get to a point where like you've moved on and moved past it and like your life is in a good place, it seems bizarre to like put like focus, time, and energy and like words almost on something. I don't know, maybe it doesn't make any sense, but for me, I'm just like, no. So I'm not gonna make a video about it for like the 3-4 people that asked, and yeah, so not gonna happen. But for my eyes today, I'm using the Naked Heat palette. I couldn't think, I was like gonna read it, Naked Urban Decay Heat, and I was like, that's wrong. The Naked Heat palette by Urban Decay, and I'm also using the brush. I actually really like this brush, but I'm going to start with, I guess we're going to start with, I don't know if you can see, I mean you all can probably figure it out, but this color right here, which is Cayenne, and that's going to be my crease color. And if you're wondering how I do my eyeshadow with glasses, so I have like a little medicine cabinet mirror, and if I really need to get up close and do that, but the way I do my eyeshadow is I apply and like do blend, and then I put my glasses back on, and then I see how it's looking with my glasses, because I also like to do my makeup so that it makes sense with my glasses. Girl, you'll see, don't worry about it. But yeah, I think that I understand why people are curious, like why we broke up, or like I understand why people like want to know, especially since like the videos with him, I think I've privated all of them. And I remember when I privated them, I had a couple people be like, oh, you know, because I guess like Tumblr blogs or like those like AMBW kind of blogs or something had like linked to the video, and those videos that I had with my ex were like the ones that I had like the most views on, which is why I said like I know like why people were watching my most people, not all, but a lot of people were watching my channel was because of that whole like A and BW like boy couple thing, which is like I'm not like upset about being a part of that, because it's like it is still something. It's like the I guess like the idea of that couple still to a lot of people is like what, and like, you know, we were like somewhat of I guess a novelty or something like that, I don't know, but I get it. But so I'm not like ashamed of that, but I just like after a while it started to feel like that was all that my channel, like people were focused on, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't necessarily about me, it wasn't necessarily about him even, it wasn't even necessarily about like how we fit together, as more of it was just kind of like watching, people were just like watching us, like what's the word, maybe like almost fetishizing like our couple. Like it had less to do with us and more to do with like us, like in terms of like being like an idea, you know what I mean, like less to do with us who we actually were and more to do with like the concept of us. But anyway, we had like been on like some like A and BW, oh yeah, that looks good, some like A and BW blog or something, and so people were like, oh, I was like trying to like watch you guys' videos, like where are your videos, are you gonna put those up and put them back up, why are they private, etc., whatever. And the reason I just privated them was A, because I felt weird about like we aren't together anymore, so like why would I be like talking about or like have people like watching and be like, oh, I stan you guys as a couple, and it's like we're not a couple. And I don't know, that just seems silly, I don't know. But it's like, okay, I don't know, I don't really know what I'm talking about. I guess it's just like continuing on with the, I'm not gonna talk about my ex, and girl, let it go. That's, I think, the main the focus of that is, girl, let that go. Let it go. So in my outer corner, I'm gonna use in Fuego, which is like this like reddish purple. Yeah, it's kind of like a reddish purple color, I guess. Reddish purple. But on to current dating things. Okay, so I have to kind of like really focus. On to current dating things. I've been seeing okay, I don't want to sound like ridiculous, but I've been seeing a couple people, like consistently, I guess. And that's why I had someone like DM me on Instagram. I had someone ask me, because I mentioned, I think it was either in my Tinder Chronicle video, like that I was sort of single but not really, and someone was like, oh, what does that mean? And I don't know, I've just been seeing a couple people, been trying to like take time for myself though, and like figure out, focus on me and like who I am and what I'm looking for and what my goals are in this life and where I want to go. Like trying to figure out like more about like my me, if that makes sense. Like I'm spending a lot of time figuring out who I am, what I like, what I want out of my life and my career and all of that. And it's like, and I feel like dating and like being in a relationship, it does take away from that a lot of the time, because you're so focused on learning that person and getting to know that person and building something with that person. And so like you tend to, it doesn't matter in any relationship, I feel like you tend to like let go of more of yourself, if that makes sense. Like you let go more of you to become a we, if that makes sense. And I feel like I did that a lot in my previous relationship, and because we got together when I was so young, it was like now, ever after having been broken up, I've taken so much time to like really get to know myself and get to know who I am and what I want and what I want to be and who I want to become and all of these types of things, that like it just, the idea of getting into another relationship and like not going backwards, but kind of like not being able to focus as much on me and to focus on we, I don't know, it's not really appealing to me. So yeah, I've been kind of like seeing a couple people kind of casually, and it's fun. I think it's fun. I think they're nice. I mean, I don't know, yeah, it's all interesting. Dating is very interesting, because I was talking to my sister, and my sister was like, because I was telling her basically the same thing, that like, you know, I just don't know if I'm ready to commit to like a thing, you know, and like being in something serious. And she was like, you know, the minute that you enter that headspace of like, you know, I'm gonna focus on me, I'm gonna focus on just doing my own thing, she was like, that's the minute that like a person, someone's going to like enter my life and just like completely jack up my plans. Which I know is probably true. That's generally how it works. It's like the minute you think your life or your plan or whatever is going to go one way, and then it just completely goes another way. And you're just like, wow, really? Okay, cool. Oh, and I took Dirty Talk in the same palette. I just used this palette today, because just the one palette, because I don't really have time. Well, I don't know. I might actually blend with another one, but I just took Dirty Talk, which is like this like kind of metallic. And I did it on a dry brush because I didn't want the metallic to be too overpowering. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I don't know if you can even tell, but I'll like come up close and show you guys. I don't even know if you can really tell, but again, my bathroom's lighting is not the greatest for video. It's not bad for doing my makeup, but for video, I feel like it kind of like makes me all kind of one color. So you all are probably like, what did she even spend the last 20 minutes doing on her eye? But we were doing a little something. We're doing a little something. Yeah. So yeah, I'm now going to put on eyeliner. This is my favorite eyeliner, point blank. Though I don't mind the NYX eyeliner as well, but my favorite eyeliner is the e.l.f. eyeliner. It's like $1 and it's amazing and I love it, and yeah. Okay, I'm back. I just went and did my eyeliner off camera because I couldn't get close enough while the camera is like on this thing right here to the mirror, so I had to like kind of move that aside, do my eyeliner, because I can't obviously do my eyeliner with my glasses on. But there's the eyeline, there is the wings to oblivion. I tend to overdo my wings a little bit when I'm wearing my glasses, just because like when you're looking through my glasses, they look smaller obviously because of the magnification, and then on the sides you can kind of see them. They're still kind of, they're kind of extra, but that's generally how I do my eyeliner. So I'm gonna let my eyeliner dry, and we are going to set off into blush, and I'm using this Tarte blush that I got in like the birthday set or whatever. And it actually is kind of brown girl friendly. When you look at it, it's in the color Party. When you look at it, it's kind of pale, and you know, you're like, girl, I don't know about that. But I find that it's good for a flush. I don't really like really strong blush. I tend to like mine's like kind of like flushes of color, and I find that this gives like a really pretty flush. So yeah, but as I was saying, I don't really know what this is like talking about, this whole video. I guess it's just like time for random thoughts. I don't know. As for my books, I haven't really, I don't know, I haven't really been working on the last one. I just kind of needed to take a break. I was a little burnt out, and the last book isn't finished, and so it was like, I felt like it was, I just needed to take some time, take some time for myself, and relax and do what I, you know, want to do and focus on work, and because that's another thing that I do additionally. So it's, I don't know, I just needed a little bit of a break. So the push for the last one, to get the last one kind of edited and everything, was a lot, and it took a lot out of me, and I just wanted to take a little bit more time. So initially I was like expecting to try and like get everything done and out by beginning like early next year, but I'm thinking the last book in my book series will probably not be out until like end of next year, I think. Like I said, I don't know. Do you ever feel like you take on way more than you can actually handle? But like, I'm the type of person, like, I will continue taking on tasks and jobs and like projects and things like that to my own detriment. Not necessarily because I'm like, I don't want to say like I'm not ambitious, but not necessarily because I'm super ambitious, but I like don't like to let people down, and I don't like to, like, if someone asks something of me, I take it as like, oh, they really believe like that I'm the best person for that, and like I'm the best person that they want for that particular task, if that makes sense. And so the idea of telling them no, or being like, no, like I can't do it, even if it's like really not in my best interest in terms of like my own kind of well-being, either be that like, you know, mental being like for stress, or just like, you know, not getting enough sleep to get things done, etc. Like, even if it's, again, like, even if it would harm me in that way, I just will still do it because I don't like to let people down, I guess. I don't know. But I really needed to take a break after the last book. Like, if I could go in, I might make another like updated kind of like publishing book kind of video. I'm not really sure, but it was a lot. There was a lot involved, a lot of moving parts, and it just took a lot out of me. So I kind of am hesitant to like immediately go back into that, and so I haven't. I've been just like taking some time, and yeah, but yeah. But the highlighter I'm going to use, I was kind of cleaning it off because it gets a little messy, is the Fenty Beauty, my camera won't focus, but it's the Fenty Beauty highlighter, Kilowatt highlighter in the Ginger Binge Moscow Mule color. And I'm going to be taking the Ginger Binge, which is like the more subtle side, not the really glittery one. Sorry, I got a phone call. But I'm, again, just highlighting. I was gonna say, like, even though we're going to a really, like, a bar kind of place, I don't necessarily want to be, like, out here shining. So we're just gonna do, yes, highlight on the nose. We're just gonna do a little bit of a light like a little bit of a light highlight, but nothing too wild. Now, for those of you that are like, is she gonna do her brows? That's another thing I don't really do. I don't really do much to my brows. Like, these are my brows. I don't know. I also wonder if anybody else is like that as well, this as well. But like, for me, my eyebrows are, I have really light hair color. My natural hair color is like a really light, like sandy brown color. And yeah, so my eyebrows tend to be like, they grow the same color. It's like this like light, kind of like ashy, dusty, like brownish, reddish, blondish color. And so whenever I fill my eyebrows in with anything, dip brow, I've tried brow powder. I haven't tried like brow, like the wax stuff, but I've tried like brow powder, brow pencils. I always feel like it looks really harsh. And again, I know it's because maybe because I'm not used to seeing my eyebrows like that dark and that like filled, but to me it just like, it always just looks crazy on me. Like, I feel like I just look crazy. So yeah. But we're gonna go in and just do our mascara. I'm not doing lashes today because I don't feel like it, but I'm using the Better Than Sex mascara in the waterproof version. Not because I like waterproof anything, but because they were out of the regular version. So I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna get this one. Okay, so I have now put on my mascara, which you can't, I don't know if you can or can't tell much of a difference. I have really short lashes. So like, Better Than Sex is like one of the few that like can like actually grab them and like turn them into something, because I have really short and grubby not grubby, I shouldn't call them grubby, but they're like short and just like stumply and sad. So I like Better Than Sex because it can kind of grab on. But then for the lips, we're doing a really simple lip today. I'm gonna line my lips with the ColourPop Cosmetics lip pencil in Grunge. Literally my favorite brown, like nude color, period. And I have a lot of brown nudes, like a lot. But I just, wait, why did that just slide out? Oh, that's weird. Oh gosh, I don't want this to. But I freaking love this pencil. It's like the best pencil ever. It's like the perfect like mauve-y brown. I'm obsessed. I apologize if this video like literally has nothing in it, like there's no content, but I find talking while doing my makeup is like therapeutic. So I apologize if you all are bored, but I feel like I might do more of these just because I like to do them. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna fill my lips in with this pencil. Like, I freaking love this color, but it makes me really upset because they don't have a liquid lipstick for it. They have a regular lipstick, like one of their like lippy sticks, but I'm not really one for like touching up my lipstick like that, like having my entire lip just fall off in the middle of dinner, you know? So that's why I pretty much exclusively like to wear liquid lipsticks, just for the longevity and my only laziness. But they don't have a liquid lip for Grunge, and I really wish that they did. Anyway, I'm really sorry if this video like doesn't have much actual content, or you're just like, why have I been watching this for like 25-30 minutes? And for that, I'm sorry. I just like have so much I want to like say and talk about, and it's just like really hard to like kind of jump around to topics, you know what I mean? But this is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, which I'm sure most of you all are familiar with. And I just put that over. Ooh! I know, it's cute. I know, you all are like, what? This lip combo. And I'm like, I know, girl, it's pretty. You need to tell me. And that's the lip. Again, I feel like this lighting is trash, like on camera, but in person, like I can see, I don't know, very weird, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, that's the look. I'm gonna set my face with setting spray. There we go. That's the finished makeup look, and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna wear once I get dressed. So yeah. Okay, and then this is my finished outfit. So I've got basically most of it is Forever 21. I have these ripped jeans that are from the Forever 21 Plus line. This black like floaty top or whatever, like A-line top, baby doll top, whatever, from Forever 21. I might do a like Forever 21 haul, like because I bought a bunch of stuff the other day from there, like sweaters and long sleeve tops and stuff like that. So if you guys want that in a video, let me know, because I can't make that video. But the scarf is also from Forever. I just thought it was cute. It would keep me warm while I'm outside because it's raining and cold here in Seattle, as always. I'm probably gonna cuff the bottom. That's my dog. Say hello to her. I'm gonna probably cuff the bottom of these jeans, and then I'm gonna wear my Sam Edelman booties. These are from Nordstrom. Yeah, it's just a pretty simple outfit, pretty simple look today. I'm not doing anything too crazy. And I've got this choker on. It's a black and gold choker. I think I got that, I want to say I either got it from Forever as well, or I might have gotten it from Torrid. I'm not really sure. And yeah, I'm just gonna do that and probably throw on like my one of my leather jackets and just go. Just really simple, warm, but I think it's pretty cute. And yeah, so that's the end of the get ready with me, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's long, I know it's crazy, and yeah, but as usual, 감사합니다. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.